I walk into 1776 today, like, what do I see? What are you guys doing? I mean, you scratched the surface of it a little bit, but I mean, is this extra challenging for you? Are you guys in an okay place? Like, what's going on, and what's the current state of co-working and startups inside 1776? What's going on?
Yeah, from our business perspective, I mean, I'd be lying if I said that every day was great right now. By the middle of March, all of our locations were under government orders to close. So we're across 5 different states, and those orders started coming down really in the New Jersey and the Philadelphia region first, and then DC later. And in fact, our DC campus is right on Lafayette Square, catty-cornered from the White House. That's our only location that's still not open to the public. It's still closed down just because of the phase that Washington, DC is in. But even just the status of the city is still under a certain phase where office buildings are not totally open. So all of our locations were open to our members. So any of our members that needed to come in could come in if they needed to. Some needed to come in and just periodically get mail or other pieces, but obviously people were just not moving around in the April and May time period. We do have one location with lab space. So we did have essential companies that were operating during that time period. So I had to balance keeping my staff safe with keeping some of our facilities open and operational. So we kept most of our staff home. I went around to 3 or 4 locations, and we just had a couple other team members and put a big operational plan in place to manage safely us going around all those places. But we had probably 1 to 5 essential companies that were operating at every single one of our campuses that needed to come in on some sort of regular basis. And this is where it comes, everything is so campus specific. So our lab space is the Pennovation Center in Philadelphia that we operate on with the University of Pennsylvania. We have wet and dry lab space there. We had the most amount of essential companies operating there really in kind of the height of the pandemic. Totally on the opposite end of the spectrum, we have a mall location in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and that was under complete lockdown. You couldn't get in if you wanted to. So anytime that I wanted to go in to even check the mail, I had to go through a very tight security procedure, and that location just opened up back in July. So that's been a really just kind of day by day. You can't plan too far in advance. Everything's week by week. Just this week, we started thinking about, can we look at September's schedule as a whole for the whole month, or are we just going to look week by week?